Alright, so for this video today we're going to take off and replace a handle set for a patio style door. So I'm just going to take this existing handle off, show you the inside, show you how it all goes back together, and then we're going to put it back on the door. Okay. So first you'll just need a flathead screwdriver, and what we're going to do is take these two flathead screws out. You want to hold the back side of your hardware, because once you back this next screw out, it's just it could fall off on you, and you don't want it to fall on somebody's concrete and damage the hardware if you're changing it out. Okay, so with both screws out, all you'll have to do now is just pull your handle off. The only thing holding that on there without the screws is just your little square spindle that's right there. So the same thing with the outside, it just will pull straight off. And this is what's there, along with this plastic piece, which is just kind of an escutcheon that keeps the water from running down into the panel. And then of course your spindle will come out. So all the hardware is off, and if you needed to change it at this point here, I can show you. Your key cylinders may not be on there. For a technician bringing out new hardware, they'll have to change the key cylinder from the old one, or if there was a new one ordered, there's a Z-clip right here. You'll loosen that screw up. And you'll spin that to the side, key cylinder comes out. So we'll put our new cylinder back in, we'll spin this Z-clip over. The Z-clip is very important and it gets lost all the time. So without that clip there, this key cylinder will push all the way in and it won't function properly. It'd be very hard for them to get their keys back out. So if your key cylinder is not staying tight to that outside edge, it's probably because the Z-clip was never put on or it just got left off. Alright, so we'll put our escutcheon back on, and I usually go ahead and do it first. And we have to make sure the key cylinder shaft is turned properly to line up with the multi-point lock inside of there. Okay, so from the back side, we're just going to align that tail shaft for the key cylinder right inside of there, and we'll set it into the holes. Now, I found it easier to set the key cylinder in without the spindle in place, because then you're not trying to line up a square spindle and then also the key cylinder at the same time. And then I'll stick the spindle in afterwards, and now it's connected to the handle. You can see everything's operating again.
Can you show me that one more time?
You can see how your spindle's moving with your handle now. Everything's connected back. And I'm going to show you this part of your inside handle. If that customer has multiple doors, it's possible to have this turned different ways in the lock position. This is shaped like a plus sign inside there. So you need to make sure and check some other doors if they have multiple ones to see how it's turned in the lock position. So we'll say this is unlock. We're going to set it back in on the spindle first, and then we just have to attach it to that tail shaft on that key cylinder there. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Once it's on, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and operate the door. So I'll lift the handle, I'll turn this over and check, make sure everything works and locks properly. If so, then you can go ahead and put on your final installation screws for the handle set. And then we'll just torque those down by hand. Okay, and we'll check operation again. Put it up on the hand, turn it over, everything's shut and locked. We'll show you too on this one. This happens pretty regularly. See how I lift it up on my handle and everything is staying up? If you get your hardware out of line to where they're angled a little bit, that'll keep that spindle from wanting to spring back down like it's supposed to. So if you've got a door that's doing this, when you lift up, it won't come back down. All you have to do is just loosen these screws back up. And what we're going to do is just lift up, hold your hardware set and try and hold it straight. Make sure it springs down. Keep a hold on your hardware set and then now torque it back from there. And everything should come back down then. There we go. So aligning that hardware both sides up is very key with that. If one's higher than the other or it's a little more to the left or the right of the other, it will cause that problem. And I hear that a lot in the field. Customers, my handle set will go up, but it won't spring back into the position. So usually it's just a matter of something not being lined up. Occasionally on a pre-finished door, I have seen to where they'll get paint inside there and it can cause that to stick and be a little bit more difficult. But most of the time it's just because the handle sets are not properly aligned. Okay.